Did you know that nearly 1/3 of homebuyers experience some kind of financial disruption before closing? Imagine this. You found your dream home, your offer is accepted, and you're just days away from closing. Then, out of nowhere, you lose your job. What happens next? Does the deal fall apart? Do you still have options? Let's break it all down. Now, before we dive in, just a quick note. This video is for educational purposes only. If you're facing this situation, it's always best to consult a financial or legal professional for personalized advice. Losing your job before closing is one of the biggest fears for homebuyers, and for good reason. Lenders approve your mortgage based on your income, employment, and overall financial stability. The moment one of those factors changes, the entire loan approval process can be in jeopardy. But whether or not your home purchase falls through depends on a few key factors. First, let's talk about what the lender does during the closing process. Even after your mortgage is pre-approved, lenders will typically do a final employment verification just days before closing. This means they'll either call your employer or request a recent pay stub to confirm you're still earning what you were when you applied. If you've lost your job and they find out, your mortgage approval could be revoked instantly. Now, let's look at some real-world scenarios to see how this plays out. Take James, for example. He was 2 weeks away from closing on a $400,000 home when his company unexpectedly laid him off. His lender did a final employment check, discovered the job loss, and immediately suspended his loan approval. Since he had no other income, no significant savings, and no co-borrower, he had no choice but to walk away from the home. Unfortunately, because he had already paid for an inspection and appraisal, he lost nearly $2,000 in non-refundable fees. Now compare that to Olivia's situation. She also lost her job before closing, but because she had a strong emergency fund and a high-demand skill set, she quickly lined up a new position in her field. She informed her lender, who required a signed offer letter from her new employer, proof of salary, and confirmation of her start date. Since her new income matched her previous salary, her lender reinstated the loan, and she was able to close on the home as planned. So what determines whether you can still close after losing your job? Here are the key factors. 1. Your financial reserves. If you have significant savings or assets, some lenders may allow you to proceed, especially if your liquid assets can cover several months of mortgage payments. 2. Your employment prospects. If you have a new job lined up quickly, some lenders will work with you, but they'll require documentation like an offer letter or proof of future income. 3. The type of loan you have. Government-backed loans like FHA or VA loans tend to have stricter income verification rules, while some conventional lenders may be more flexible. 4. Co-borrowers or co-signers. If your spouse or co-borrower still has a stable income, you might be able to keep your loan by restructuring it under their financial profile. Now, if you do find yourself in this situation, what should you do? First, don't panic, but do act fast. Contact your lender immediately. Hiding the job loss won't work because lenders will find out. If you have a new job offer in hand, submit the details to your lender as soon as possible. If your finances are strong, ask whether using your savings or assets could help you qualify. And if all else fails, it's better to back out of the deal before losing your earnest money or getting stuck in a home you can't afford. Losing your job before closing is stressful, but it doesn't have to mean the end of your home buying journey. The key is to have a plan, communicate with your lender, and explore all possible options. What would you do if you lost your job right before closing? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, why not tap that subscribe button so you don't miss more expert insights on making smart financial moves. We think you'll like the video on screen next. It might just help you navigate your next big financial decision.